Taurus, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you okay? Today we are diving in, and the main planet coming out to support your vibration is Pluto. Pluto for me is often a melting pot. That's just my clairvoyant vision that I get with Pluto. There's a lot going on. There's a melting pot in the brain, and the cards that come out with this are fascinating because it's truly yin and yang, truly complementary, because you've got firstly in the center Nine of Cups, but this card is Nine of Cups that's out of your mind. Nine of Cups, because it's saying outmatched. The card is a TV show called Outmatched, and both characters' faces are covered with numbers, formula, letters, algebra, everything you can imagine scribbled all over their faces, right? It's like trying to conquer something that is totally out of this world is possible, and you can't believe it because it's this out of that. This, I can't even say it. Do you get what I mean? It's so out of this world that you can't even get it out of your mouth, out of your brain, out of your mind. It's been a strain for you, okay? Not only that, there's another vibration next to this, which is so we've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the 11 of Swords, which is actually the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords in this deck comes with a whole entourage of police officers, right? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a comedy. So there's a laugh and a joke in a social group and a social situation with others. And in that moment, you are at the front. You are the page in this situation, cutting through bullshit on social media as well, I will say. Cutting through, I want to say, crime, conviction, law, legislation, good, bad, evil, demonic natures, what is and what isn't right. But when you're out here, basically, you're being a warlock, a light worker, a high level sorcerer, and when you do that, it's dangerous. You're being Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Watch out, you don't want to get bitten, right? Because what's coming out with that follow-up card, Seven of Wands, is The Strain, the TV show. The image is showing me one of the insects from The Strain, the worm that will infect you the moment it touches you. It's gone straight into the eye of this character. So the strain of you having Nine of Cups, this is real life, basically. Real life, when you have absolute wish fulfillment, it shits all over your reality because you can't even believe that you manifested this or this is even possible. And as at the same time that you've manifested this amazing thing and you can't believe how amazing it is, you've had to do your due diligence throughout all of this. It's taken a strain on you. It's taken a strain on other people as well. And although there's been a laugh and a joke about it, it's been really difficult. Either way, you've been guided by angels throughout this situation, and you have a firm foundation. You in this group, yeah, you really do have a firm foundation, a firm grounding. It looks like there's at least 4 of you, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially in between 4 and 7, but you know you've got your 4 main allies who you can rely on, and you are responsible for all of them. This looks legal, yeah? It looks seriously legal. The card also says 9-9 next to the outmatched number 9 card. So this is 9-9. This is life-changing forever. This is why it's straining and painful for you, because it's life-changing forever. It's not a short change. It's a major shift in evolution. The ship's out with that as well. So for me, when I see this ship card, we talk about Moana. We talk about when Moana finds out that she's a voyager. I'm a voyager. Everyone on the island is suffering. They're not getting enough food. They're going through famine. If they stay on the island and don't go out beyond the reef, they're all going to die eventually from starvation. And then Moana suddenly finds out, you know what? My whole lineage were voyagers. We're meant to go out frequently beyond the reef and fish and do more. We're meant to go on a voyage. We're meant to voyage the rest of the seas. We own the seas, right? She goes out on her own, has to take on a demigod, get the heart of the island put back into the island to save the village, right? So whatever's gone on, it's been a deep mission like that, right? Go and watch Moana. Go and watch Disney. Disney is the answer to all of our problems, because Disney has the greatest warlock, wizard, witches, alchemical stories you could ever imagine. Like Pocahontas talks to the trees. Do you get what I mean? What else happens? I'm sure you can think of another Disney movie. Cinderella, rags to riches. I mean, Snow White. I mean, it's questionable, that one. But you can dive in. There's always a spiritual undertone to a lot of these movies. Oh, is it the Big Red? Or there's a panda turning red, I think. It's quite a new age Disney. I love it. It's about, I believe, Japanese culture and how to deal with internalized rage. And she turns into a totem every time she's angry. And suddenly she gets so enraged when she gets to a certain age, her gifts are activated like a werewolf would in Vampire Diaries when they first kill. That's every full moon they activate. She started activating because her rage just gets out of control. It's also like when you first have your first period. It's like that. Like you see the layers in Disney sometimes. It's fascinating. You know, so it's a show about managing rage and frustration, but it's also talking about how totems really do develop through like lineage and ancestry and how we become bigger than ourselves in certain contexts, and that's our spirit needing more space to exude all of our frustration, emotion, positive or negative, you know. So this is a lesson and a blessing. And throughout this, I don't know how far you've gone so far, but throughout this you've been really required to go in spiritually in regards to finding more spiritual self, more religion. You're being asked to dive deeper in regards to understanding your past or loved ones, your angels, your deities, your totems, your spirit guides, your spirit animals, yeah? Your worship practices from morning to night over a week per quarter, how you engage with the moon, how you don't engage with the moon. Do you use crystals? Do you use tarot? Do you use oracle cards? Do you see benefits in Sage and Palo Santo? Do you not? Do you understand the constructs of the zodiac and the natal charts? Do you desire to or not? Where do you find strength? Where do you find limitation? What are the strengths of your alchemical practices? What are not? A lot to consider, yeah? A lot going on in your sacral chakra as well. A lot of acceptance needed. A lot going on emotionally here. Okay, look at this. Okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different chakra cards coming out. First one is your secondary chakras, elbow. Yeah, you might have some issues with your elbow at this time. I want to talk about the right elbow. I don't know if it's like clicking or something, or your positioning, but there's some chi trapped in that elbow there, that right elbow I see specifically. But this is coming to an end, okay? Your body, your chi, your energy internally and externally is all related to this unmatched energy. This unmatched energy is the 9 of Cups. And you're like, what the fuck is this? Unreal, unfathomable, unbelievable, how amazing, how fantastic. How do I manage something like that? Sometimes we manifest stuff in life that we cannot believe we even manifested, and we didn't know we didn't have the capacity to receive. You ever manifested a relationship before that you didn't realize you didn't have the capacity to hold or manage? Yeah, you manifest shit and you're like, oh my god, I can't even receive that. I don't even know how to receive that. Oh my gosh, that's life. That's life. Sometimes you're so good at alchemical practices and you think you're sick and you're like, yes, I'm going to manifest. Oh, this is going to come true one day. Then it comes true and you're like, oh my God, I'm not ready to receive this. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. Oh my God. Because there's an element of self that wasn't quite ready to receive that, right? So that's normal. That's acceptance. That means since then you've been working on your sacral chakra. I've got two orange chakras coming out. And with that, listen to this. The emotional exchange with the beings in my surroundings continually strengthens, heals, and pleases me anew. Interesting. I'll say that again. The emotional exchange with the beings in my surroundings continually strengthens, heals, and pleases me anew. This is a brand new relationship, a brand new connection, a brand new chapter. I want to say a brand new Bible. Yeah? Bold statement. A brand new diary. So whatever it is, the old book's closed, a new book is opening. Formula all over these people's face. It's like you're working on an equation. You never expected the equation to become what the equation is, and you've just discovered universal law. You just cracked the universe wide open. My God, this is the answer to the world right in front of my face. Couldn't believe it. That kind of energy. I'm only speaking from a grandiose standpoint of my own reality that I don't know how to break it down for you guys. I'm sorry. That's a bit too grandiose. I can't do anything about that. Soz. I am increasingly learning how to lovingly laugh at myself. Also that. Because I did say with the Brooklyn Nine-Nine card, which is a TV show, right? It's the Page of Pentacles, but it's a comedy. These are all police officers, but the show's not framed around serious crime. It's all a laugh and a joke, yeah? So it's managing really heavy shit in a positive way, yeah? You can do a really, really serious job without it being a burdensome, heavy thing, right? And not only that, your wishes can come true. I've never watched Outmatched, so I don't even know where I got the image for this card from. But it's fascinating me now to see this because it is the Nine of Cups. It's your wishes come true, right? But this guy's got formula all over his face. She's got formula all over her face. E is MC squared, his hair. 5/8 pi, it looks like. HC, some next chemical formulas here as well. Fascinating. Because all of this, whatever you've been doing, studying, investigating, researching, whatever you've been doing, it's been a strain. Yeah, it's been a real strain. If you've seen the strain, oh my gosh, painful. The world is changing around you rapidly again and again, and you're just trying to find your way within it. And that's really, really difficult, yeah? So the other card coming out, the last chakra card, I consciously and thankfully open myself to the forces of light and love. Gorgeous. Sometimes you've got to surrender to shit. That's the point. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to be good or bad. And there's a lot of pain around the situation. And all you can do is hope for the best. Now, and just, it's easier said than done. But just take a risk and do what you can to survive. No one else can tell you the right thing to do. No one else should be leaning on you at this time, and you shouldn't be leaning on anyone at this time. You have to just do what you think is right and move in the way in which your guides are telling you to. Not only that, 3 other cards coming out with this, right? Father's coming out with spiritual career. Scribe and Wright's coming out with love partnership, and Perseverance is coming out with monk and nun. 3 elements to your identity at this time that are influencing your ability to keep going, right? So one layer of this is your relationship with your father, or you being a father, or your baby father. Either way, as it resonates, there's this coming together, healing, conscious awareness and effort to heal any father vibration that isn't healthy, whole, aligned to you. Remember, I started with the Pluto card saying certain parts of you need to melt away. Is that insecurities about your upbringing and your relationship with your father? Is that you being a stronger father? Is that you healing relationships with your baby father? How does it break down for you? But there's a spiritual healing over the word father. Where does that stand with you? Write about that, scribe about that. That's connected to a love partnership. And how you write and journal. I see a lot of need for you to express yourself through written word. Writing in a diary. About love. Maybe about how you love yourself. Your views of fatherhood. What a father should be. What your father did or didn't do for you. Where you stand. I like the fact that this reading is kind of somewhat positioned of me just asking you questions instead of me trying to diagnose or give you any solution. I hope that after this, your brain has been just given enough thought for you to then go off on your own and do your own spiritual worship or practice. Use techniques such as scribing and writing to find a wholesome and holistic way for you to truly assess self. Because all I'm doing is pulling on a few of the threads that seem to show up here today and say, what more do you need to know? What more do you need to see? What more could you be asking and doing and working on by yourself through your own practices to help you better resolve where you're at now? Because you are a sorcerer and a high priestess, and there has been negative vibration coming your way, even though you may have not have seen it on the surface, and it's been a hidden unconscious energy that has brought up some potential trauma and triggers in you or others around you. Yeah, deception and envy coming up here, lies and dishonesty within you or other, or within your relationship with the world in which you live in, because sometimes it is that big. Sometimes we do have that Truman Show moment, where the fuck am I? What the fuck is this? Considering you had the 9 of Cups with that outmatched energy, a wish that is totally unrealistic of this lifetime, right? Then it makes you think about Atlantis, and Atlantis is real. The world is not what it appears to be. I must carry on and keep going, right? Also, music's coming out with shadow. A lot of your shadow, right, needs to be transmuted through music. I've been talking so much about the strength of music. I found music a real healer for me. If this reading has been really fast for me talking to you guys, I can only apologize, because I've just come back to the channel, but I speak really quick. Sometimes I choose to just sing or rap or flow, because it works way better than for me, because the speed of sound is really what I'm connecting with at this time, and that's how I channel. That's how I receive the intuitive information from above. So you are also being guided to be aware of the rapid mind racing and the rapid speech as influences of music, because sometimes we can sing in key and harmonize our words a lot better than we could through speaking. I should have probably wrapped this whole reading, is the point. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'm sending you love and light healing energy, and I hope that this has kind of just brought some things to the front of your mind that you can now go and journal about, diary about, do something productive about it, because I'm not important here. I'm irrelevant. I'm a voice on the other side of the screen who doesn't know you. The conversation we just had should be a signifier of what rings true in your mind, that you can then independently explore by yourself, because you are also too a gifted alchemist, right? So we're going to leave it there and wish you a beautiful time until we meet again. Bye.